Hey everyone, and welcome back to another terrarium build. Today we're going to be building a special terrarium in lieu of Valentine's Day. So this year for Valentine's Day, me and my fiance, we set a limit. It was about like $30 for what we could give each other. Now we've been together for about 5.5 years, so we're kind of past that point of like trying to come out with these elaborate gifts and whatnot. I always try to come up with something pretty thoughtful, and this year to come up with something thoughtful and unique, I was like, why don't I make her another terrarium in this heart container, because I've made her terrariums in the past and nothing says I love you quite like a terrarium. When making a terrarium, it's really important to start from the foundation up. And like most things, it's extremely important to have a strong foundation in order to have long-term success with your terrarium. In order to make the false bottom for this terrarium, I have 3 components. Here I have some perlite or pumice. I also have some activated carbon and some carbon fiberglass window screen mesh. The perlite here is extremely important. Essentially what it will do is act as a drainage element which will keep standing water separate from the substrate or the roots of your plants long term. Next up we have the activated carbon. As the water cycle occurs within the terrarium, the water is going to continuously pass down through this layer and be purified at the same time, going down into the main false bottom area, which is the perlite. And finally, we have the carbon fiberglass window screen mesh. What this is going to do is act as a barrier that will prevent any organics from getting down into the false bottom. Long term, build-up organics in the false bottom could cause problems and eventually kill off the terrarium. With a basic understanding of all the components that we'll be using to make this false bottom, we'll go ahead and actually make it. Now if you want to learn more about a false bottom, specifically how to make them and also how they work, go ahead and follow this link. I have an entire video all about it. We'll start out by putting a layer of perlite down into the container. Now I just have a piece of paper here to make it easier for me to put it in there. So I'll just pour a little bit of this on here, open up the container, and start dispersing it. So I believe that I have enough now, so I'm going to come in here with a paintbrush and just kind of even it out a little bit. Next we'll add the carbon fiberglass window screen mesh, but we'll cut it down a little bit just because as is it's probably not going to fit in here pretty well. Using my tweezers, I'm going to add this into the container. Next, we'll add a thin layer of activated carbon. And then like before, we'll come in here with the tweezers and kind of even it out a little bit. Next we'll add the substrate layer. What I have here is my own take on an ABG mix. I use it for most of my terrariums and it works extremely well. Whenever you're making a terrarium, you want to use substrate that's going to drain well, avoid compaction, while also staying somewhat moist. And if you want to learn how to make this for yourself, go ahead and follow the link. Like before, we'll put a little bit on this paper and we'll put it on down into the terrarium. With all of the main layers now in our terrarium, we can move on to planting and doing the hardscape. Now before me are several different types of moss and a few plants, and really whenever you're planting your terrarium, you don't need a lot of things. As long as you can create a nice contrast or even a unique look through contrast, you'll have a successful looking terrarium. Now what I have is some live sphagnum moss, some star moss, some thread moss, a little bit of liverwort, some Anubias nana petite, some Ficus primula quercifolia, otherwise known as oak leaf creeping fig, and some white reindeer lichen. Now for my hardscape, I have various types of stones in here, and then I also have some twigs and different things like that in here. So I'm just going to pull from these bins whenever I find things that I think will work with the moss, because I'm going to add that in first. Before we start adding the plants into here, I'm going to spray it down with a little bit of dechlorinated water. Normally I won't do it that way, I like to add the water at the end, but in this case we're mainly using mosses and other plants that are pretty receptive to a lot of moisture, so I think in this case it's warranted to start out by spraying it down a little bit. So as I'm doing this, I don't want to go overboard, I just want to get the substrate a little bit moist so that way it doesn't readily stick to anything. So that should be good enough. I'm going to start by adding the stick that's covered in lichen. I think it will add a cool look in here. Next I'll add some of the taller mosses to the back. So this star moss looks like a good candidate for this corner. And then I'll add the sphagnum moss down into the center here. Next, I'll add in the Anubias nana. Now I'm going to add in the thread moss, and I'm going to put that right on over here. Now I'm going to add this liverwort back into this corner. Next I'll add a little cutting of the oak leaf creeping fig. Now that we've got the terrarium mostly planted, we're going to go and add these two little characters in there. It's very rare that I add things like this into my terrariums, but this is not my terrarium. It's going to be for my fiance, and I know that she would love this. So this guy, he looks pretty similar to me, I'm not gonna lie, and my fiance doesn't have hair this short. Whenever we first started dating she did, but she doesn't anymore, so this is us right here. So we're going on into the terrarium. As is, it's going to be pretty hard to get us to stand in the terrarium, so I got this little rock here, and I'm just going to put a little bit of hot glue on it to get us attached to it. While I have the hot glue gun plugged in, I'm also going to glue the terrarium onto this little slice of wood here. I think it will add a cool little element to it, so just put a little bit of glue on here. And we will press the terrarium right onto there. So now let's add Alyssa and I down into the terrarium. And just so that we don't see that rock there, I'm going to cover it with a little bit of substrate. And last but not least, we'll add the reindeer lichen. Next, we'll get a piece of charcoal covered in springtails, and we'll just kind of hit it off the top of the container here and get them to go in there. A springtail is a little white arthropod that's going to eat mold and help keep this terrarium healthier. Now my fiance is not going to appreciate springtails crawling all over us, but last time I made her a terrarium without them, it didn't last long at all, so I want to make sure this one lasts. Before we can finally close up this terrarium, I got a little pipette here and some dechlorinated water, and we're just going to go in here and water all of the plants. Now with the actual construction of the terrarium finally done, we're going to cork it up. I think this turned out really good, and my fiance is going to love it. Now that we have the terrarium done, we can't stop there. We gotta get us a nice gift bag. Come on guys, presentation is everything, and your girl, she will appreciate the extra thought that you put into it, because yeah, it's the thought that counts, but the more thought that you put into it, the more it counts. So, let's get a little bit of tissue paper. Oh, I almost forgot. You remember that piece of paper that I was putting stuff in the terrarium with? Well, watch this. So that about does it for the Valentine's Day terrarium build. I hope you guys enjoyed this little demonstration. And of course, you know, regardless of what you do on Valentine's Day, just show that special someone that you love them, that you care for them, that you appreciate them. And, you know, I just think a terrarium's a pretty good way to do it. But if you didn't make a terrarium, no worries. You got next year, or you got other holidays as well. So as always guys, I appreciate you and I thank you for watching. If you got any comments or concerns, leave them below, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace and love.